So it's 0-0. Forced to go on Northern Isles as the first map for the first week. Again, not my smartest idea for the newer players, but whatever. I think it's worked out so far. He's going for a safe AOW creep on this map. You get a good. You're not going to get a consumable, but you'll get a good. Like I think Payne's going to go DH. He likes his DH. You get a strong, solid item. Let's put it that way. All right. It's not going to be a consumable, which could flip the game one way or another, but it could also be useless, as I think Payne's probably going to end up getting bears in this matchup, so you could get like a roar squirrel, and then you're just like, well, shit. This is just going to be probably solid unless it's like intel or some. For the most part, everything else can pretty much work for you. Now, if he goes Keeper of the Grove, it's still solid. No matter what, except like agility. Okay, it is Keeper. So we got a Keeper versus FS opening. Now, Greg will be a little bit happy to see the FS, I think, as compared to, or excuse me, the Keeper as opposed to the DH, because at least he can keep his mana a little bit longer. You just got to dodge the double Wisp detonate, like one Wisp on 2 Wolves. What the fuck is this?
A player's forces are under attack.
I'm like, are we getting... We getting some stanky cheese. This man must be a cost watcher. We got double barracks. No, like... We ain't doing, like, you know, mass HH. This is mass grunts. So... Payne takes an easy camp, which is good. He's also going for Hunt. Oh my god. I'm curious, is Payne just ready? Does Payne just know this is coming? Or is Payne planning on a more tier 1 style play ever since the Hunts got the buff? I hear all the orcs bitching about Hunts. So now I'm curious.
A player's forces are under attack.
What's the cause? This is some Brondo shit. Bron, I'm not calling you Bron anymore. You're Brondo. You have what plants crave. Because you killed Night Elves.
A player's forces are under attack.
If you don't know the movie reference, I feel bad for you. Welcome to Costco. I love you. No, you don't know. Damn it. Really? Google it. Alright, so Payne, not in a horrible position here. Like, it might be too many grunts. He might be able to take out Payne. But the build Payne is doing, probably the best thing he could be doing, besides just getting double hunts, really.
A player's forces are under attack.
Uh-oh, Payne doesn't realize it. He pulled the creep. Gets ensnared. He's going for this round. Are you going to get this round? No, he does not get this round. In the end, he will get an archer. He's got to be careful he doesn't get surrounded, because he actually does have sentry wards, which would make it so that, you know, hey, this round's worth it, even if the guy hides. Putting up an AP, he realizes this is a lot of shit, so why not? You could always cancel it if you were able to hold it off before everything finishes. But he... Okay, I was going to say, he's not microing back. He might be in range of the Moonwell. He was. So, he's going to get a Grunt, and you gotta remember, he already used his free TP scroll. Okay, it's not free, it was 70. The speed scroll. Nice micro right now from Pain. But now the two Moonwells over here are empty. He's got to go to this side if he wants to heal. But he's just really buying time until the AP's up. Once the AP's up, GoAgainGreg is in a world of fucking pain. Because he's still tier 1. Alright. Stuff is starting to get dangerously low for Pain. He's running out of moon juice. It is nighttime, so we'll come back. And Greg has so many grunts. What is this peon doing? Takes out a grunt, okay. But now it gets a little dicey for Pain, right? Like, if he doesn't use his if he doesn't use his mana, he might die. If he does use his mana, he might not be able to heal. Greg is going right in for the AP, but then he backs out. He's doing a lot of moving back and forth, and now grunts are just starting to fall. They're a double AOW, but he doesn't realize it. He's pumping out of 1. He's getting a hunt, then he's getting the Moonglaive upgrade. He could be doing both of those right now. And then honestly, I feel super comfortable for Pain. But as it stands, I still feel comfortable for Pain. He's doing a good job. It is going to be daytime pretty soon, though. Which means no more moon juice. But I don't know if it's going to matter. Unless, like, Pain loses his hero. I think... Oh my god, okay, maybe it does. He's not pumping out of both AOWs. He's only pumping out of 1. And now, it's daytime. These moon juices are going to stop ticking soon. Very soon. There you go. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Still a ton of grunts everywhere. He now has the Moonglaive upgrade. But he has no life. Alright, Naga is out. But he might just get surrounded. No? Okay. So, the AP, which honestly, I think he was really relying on for defense, got taken out. He needs to heal. You need to heal. You need to heal. You need to heal. Or die. Damn, Pain. Pain. Pain, Pain, Pain. You had this game. You just didn't use the other AOW. He built the AOW, he never used it until the very end. I think if he was pumping from both of those, he would have been able to get the Moonglaive upgrade quicker. He would have been able to then get units quicker. It's still not over, but it's for sure not looking good. He's also getting plenty of gold.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's true. But, I don't know. More armor. Can't really complain about it. I get what you're saying. But either way, my point stands. It's just more things. But at this point, I think we can actually say it might be over. He did get a grunt, though. Keeper's back. But now Naga's dead. Keeper has no mana. Supply stuck. Triad stuck. Feels bad. Is it stuck or is he just not trying to move it? It's probably stuck. He needs supply. He really doesn't want to lose this Moonwell, but he probably will. Yeah, it's going down. Alright, he saved them all! He's level 3. No! Use it. He's got to use it. Use the moon juice. You might as well before you lose it. Okay, he did. He is going to try and win this off the back of Treants. He supply stuck heavily.
The player's forces are under attack.
And he doesn't really have anywhere he can just, like, go and, like, put down Moonwells, like, outside of his base, because there's a grunt here, there's a grunt out here, not that he could, there's buildings already over here, grunts are walking up this way. He's pretty close to holding this. Got more mana for more trees. He's gonna try and fight near at least one of the trees, not the biggest tree. He will take out a grunt. But it's almost level 5 on this fucking MS. Honestly, he should just take out the Ancient of Wonders. That, it will spell the end, because now Pain doesn't have a way to keep generating units, and GG. Alright, so Greg came in with the plan, and that plan was to cheese for the first game. Now, Pain came in pretty strong there. I'm not laughing at Pain, I'm just looking at what someone just typed. What is Koss doing? Koss is supposed to be casting. I sent Nurture Card an obnoxious message. His team was losing like 15-1. So I sent the meme like do something to him, so I'm looking at the response. Okay, game started. We are on Concealed Hill. There is a way to, you know, hide the barracks on this map too, if we want to go that way. But I don't know. I think that's a one-off thing. And now you play standard. But on the other hand, if it works once, sometimes you just do it again. We'll have to see. I don't know. Is Pain gonna go Keeper again? Is old? I want to say old Greg. Jesus. Is GoAgainGreg gonna just keep going FS Grunt, or is he gonna switch that up as well? So we're waiting to see what the hero is going to be for both of them. BM, DH. I feel like we got some mind games going on here. And I'm curious who is winning the mind game. I don't know. I mean, I think BM would prefer to see a keeper. Maybe. I don't know, actually. I think back in the day, he wouldn't have wanted to see the keeper, but now that mirror image got buffed, maybe he does. Because it used to be scary just getting entangled and nuke to hell. So, yeah. He's saying get out of here, not to me, but to the Wisp. Free map hack. Alright, so he hasn't screwed up the creep or anything like that. Good items for both of them so far. This is fine. Interesting barrel placement. Usually not so far back. Alright, so we got some immolation creeping happening. And Greg needs to get going. What are we doing? Another green? Yep. Alright, we're going for the green. Payne's probably just buying some boots or something. Oh no, circlet. It's not boot time yet. What am I thinking? Just gotta wait. Okay. Apparently immolation creeping. You don't really get any damage done on this yet because he's healing, but now, immolation damage alongside with yourself, with the circlet, good enough. You're nervous for who? Who are you rooting for? Or does Greg have his own little, like, squad?
A player's
I'm trying to think.
under attack.
Yeah, Slade doesn't care, actually. Holy shit. Why don't you creep with a little less life? Alright. So, game 1, very action-packed. Game 2, they have decided we are both going to creep our whole side of the maps. Not much to say so far. Everything's very standard on both sides. I think. It's more about what's going to be the follow-up for Payne, what's going to be the follow-up for GoAgainGreg. Are we going to stay completely normal? Are we going to now see, like, the new orc of, like, Tauren and, like, Spirit? No, we're going to Bestiary. Okay, so we're going real old school, I think.
A player's forces are under attack.
Nothing new with this game. As so far. Honestly, I'd be kind of curious to see, like, Witch Doctor and Tauren type shenanigans. I don't know if we've seen any in GNL. At least not the games I've cast. I don't know if anyone's done it yet. Alright. So, just as a heads up, Casa is streaming right now. Mr. Mike versus Chadlord. Teams with benefit versus GNL Bears. But we got our own game. He's coming across. He's got to be careful. There is an entangle now, right? Like, you always got to be worried about that. Who's on my team? Not these guys. Koss is streaming one of my team players, Chadlord. If you couldn't figure out, he just goes Pit Lord every game. Alright, so he TP's in. He entangles the SH. The problem with that is Entangle does not last all that long on the SH. He might have been able to get a Grunt if he just entangled a Grunt and named it, but good little hit for Greg. He gets away with just burning a little bit of gold there, the haste. Yeah, he also had to use a clarity, but Pain had a TP. Pain lost a Moonwell.
Players' forces are under attack.
Jesus. He walked right into that one. Oh no, he walked right into that one too. But he does have an invul. And a big invul. Does he see it though? Yes, he does. And Greg lets him out. I mean, he probably had to. But he probably could have killed it. Honestly, I think he could have killed it. He's trying to kill a Dryad. He will kill a Dryad because Dryad went back. Entangled on the wrong guy. So, the longer this game goes, the more comfortable I think Pain gets. He's gotten past the scary times, basically. Tier 3 is here. The bears are coming. We're going to have to... and I think Greg knows it too, because he's pressuring. There is still only one bear, so it's not scary yet. But it's going to be soon. And by one bear, I mean this one that's coming out. Oh, he's going for the ensnare surrounds. The problem is Pain is just going right for the raiders. Okay, he went for one raider. Losing a level 1 hero is not a big deal on either side. Pain would rather that happen than losing, for example, this bear that he's about to lose. And he's not remaking the hero, though. So when I said this is what he preferred, I meant, like, you know, if he rebuilds it. Archers are dying, however, level 4 DH is just running over everything. He can heal this if he wants to, but then he's not going to be able to basically heal up the DH. Both of them got boots, so he's not going to be able to catch up in the end, unless he has like a wisp up here and he TPs and kills him. That would be Chad as fuck. Dude, I just minimized to go look at like the chat to see what's happening in the other game. We got a Frenzy Pit Lord versus a Fire Lord FS Rush. Here, we got an extremely standard game, but it's been good so far. They both realized their power spikes. Only one Kodo. There's 3 bears. No, 2 bears for now. That's fine, but once we start getting up to like 5 or 6, that's some scary situations, man. But Greg did a good job of thinning out the herd. He got a lot of the Dryads killed and stuff like that. So Pain is still on the back foot, 100%. Is he maybe he's worried about an expo, so he's come down here to check for an expo. We do have a staff and a TP, so that's good. And he's now found the Orc. What he has to be careful about, though, is that he doesn't get ensnare surrounded. Yeah, he can then staff out, but you just get ensnare or hexed again. Okay. It's okay, though, because the other creep, everything's coming. He gets off the rejuve. He should morph the bears. And now, Invul Immolation Rejuve is scary as fuck. I mean, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. That doesn't even make sense. Look at the damage coming out from Pain between Immolation on that DH and these 3 bears. Taking out the Coda was huge. It just reduces the damage of the whole army, and also he doesn't have to worry about one of his bears getting eaten. He could rejuve. He didn't rejuve his DH. Oh my god. I said so many nice things about... Okay. Pain, I'm going to keep saying nice things about you. Very nice. What the fuck, dude? 13 life? You couldn't just, like, you know, do it a little bit fucking quicker? Where's the bracket? It's GNL, dude. It's on the website. This is a league match. On the gym website.
A player's forces are under attack.
If Pain had accidentally lost his hero there, Greg's in the driving seat. But, as is, Greg's trying to go into some Spirit Walkers. But it is pretty late to be doing that transition now. He doesn't have any heal scrolls or anything. All of his shit is pretty weak. He's now going into some HH. Did he not see this? I think Pain saw it. He backed off. But Greg might not have seen it because nature, you know, Ultravision. I almost said nature is a blessing. Because of Ultravision. So Pain gets the jump. He could even mana burn this for the... Yes, he does. Alright, so Cloak of Flames is the drop. He is going to get a surround, kinda. No. DH is still just running around. No, didn't see it because of Ultravision. Well, lack of Ultravision. Because, you know, he's an orc. Alright. Another staff out, but he does have this. He should be staffing right back in. I both hate him and love him for knowing how to do that. It's a dirty, dirty, dirty strat. And we can confidently say Pain's about to fuck shit up. This DH. I mean, the grunts are literally dying to Thorn's Aura with Immolation. Both heroes dead. We got us a 1-1. That was a very standard game from both of them, and it was both well done from both of them. So I want to see what we're gonna get game 3. Are we gonna get some stanky cheese again? Or are we gonna get another standard game? The mind games will begin. All right. So here we go again. I'm looking to see if anything insane is happening that I need to check. Nope. Alright, we're into game 3. We need to see what the opening heroes are going to be. We need to see, does Greg have another, like, I don't know. Night Elf late game feels pretty hard for Orc to deal with. And that's not balance whining, it's just that's how it's always felt. Night Elf weak early, kind of gains control later on. So I want to see what Greg plans on doing to disrupt that timeline. He's got to do something. He didn't do it last game. It used to be, oh, you know, like harass the wisp, you know, hit early as the Orc. If you're going BM, you can harass the wisp, or even with that vest. But I didn't see that from him. And I don't know necessarily how good you can do that with the wisp upgrade. I'm not sitting here complaining about it. I'm just saying, obviously, I don't know what the new style is. What the fuck? Why am I... This is like the second time I've seen TC in a day. Why the fuck am I seeing 2 TC first in one day? Is he gonna go? Is he going full Brawn on us? Brondo. Has what Night Elves crave.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yep. Alright. Well, I said something about needing to put pressure on your opponent early. And he took that personally.
A player's force.
We are going mass grunts with TC. And he got Grok, and we all know Grok fucks. It's a rule. Everyone knows it. So we have to see how this goes. He is taking an easy camp first. He doesn't have way to heal either. Although this might be what's gonna put a healing somewhere.
A player's forces are under attack.
Did the Wisp see everything? I don't know. I wish there was a way just to, you know, like, go, oh, yep, he saw that barracks. Oh, yep, he knows there's a TC. I'm not seeing a reaction out of Pain. I don't know, can you play with Reforged graphics? I mean, I don't give a shit if you play with Reforged graphics, but we already started the league, so I can't exactly, like, say, oh yeah, you're gonna go on a team. Yeah, so now Payne knows he might be in some trouble. Hunter's Hall, he needs that to go down for just APs and all that shit. And it might go down, but it might go down the bad way.
A player's forces are under attack.
But Grok backs up. He is only level 1, which means no anything. No stomp, no wave, just quicker movement speed, which is important, but oof. This grunt also may just die. This is not looking too good right now for Greg. That's 2 grunts down that we just heard. And honestly, oh my god, a Night Elf knows how to surround. Very nice from Pain. He comes in, he surrounds. He just surrounds Greg and TP's out. So now Greg needs to remake the TC. It is only level 1, so it will be remade very quickly. but every single second that Greg is not up in Payne's face is a second he's losing. And I think Greg knows that. He's still trying to do stuff, but without a hero here, I mean, it was already hard enough. I'm not sure about getting the aura first, to be honest. Like, you use a clarity, but who cares?
Town is under siege.
So Payne now has both heroes. I don't know if your mom is still watching, but this is what I was talking about, getting 2 heroes. You can kind of control a little bit more while you micro back your archers. And all you're doing is delaying until your lures are up and you can start actually making some good shit. Yeah, I think we're watching the end of Greg. He's gonna get... He can't get burned. Never mind. Okay, but he can turn around and... No! Naga? Wait, he's going for the Wisp block? Yeah, we've seen TC first 2 games, and in 2 games, TC first died. Honestly, the only way this goes bad for Payne is somehow his DH gets surrounded. But even then, it might not be enough at this point. It's 31 food to 30 food. One guy stayed tier 1 and one guy went to tier 3. Or on the way to tier 3. And he can't even get more food. Greg's here because, you know what, it's game 3. You might as well try and fight it out. But, yeah. I don't see how this works. The Bears still suck because he isn't tier 3 yet, and he's not really close at all to tier 3. He's trying to take out the Moonwells. You know, why not? Gotta kill something, right? But now, even the Bears... Why do these angry old grizzly men still hit harder than a grunt? Even not in bear form? Good game, DH China. Okay, congratulations. You just made it onto any Discord.